Katherine Cary said that when Paxton confronted with the relationship, he was crazy upset and said, "Still love Ms. Olson." Austtın, Texas suspended Texas Chief Public Prosecutor Ken Paxton's appeal hearing for the first time, focused on the alleged meter called by a witness. Paxton himself was an unpretentious again on Monday, but his wife Senat Angela Paxton was there. The alleged event is referred to in one of the articles accusing Paxton of bribery. Katherine, the former chief of general staff of the Chief Public Prosecutor's Office, said how he learned his boss' relationship with a woman named Laura Olson. Who is Laura Olson? Cary said was Austtın restaurant when he heard a woman in 2018 when heard Paxton a very personal değiştiril. Cary said Paxton's security details and members of travel assistants have a relationship with Olson. He learned that his behavior caused morale problems in office and the staff told him that they were worried about General's behavior. Cary added Angela Paxton was looking for an office to try to watch her husband and that her employees felt she was uncomfortable with answering these questions. Cary said had confronted Paxton, who finally confirmed he had a relationship. Suggested relationship was discussing the political, ethical and legal risks of relationship should tell his wife. Later in that year, Paxton called a meeting of his best employees and confessed to the relationship with his wife here. "My heart was broken for him," Cary Cary said. He said that learned that the work was going on in 2019 when Paxton brought him up when he brought him up. Said, "Crazy upset and raised his voice red on his face. He went in and said I didn't understand that was disappointed and that he still loved Mrs. Olson." Said Paxton lawyer Tony Buzbee on cross-examination. Underestimated interest of alleged relationship with case. Imagine whether we affect everyone who has a relationship in Austtın here. Buzbee said, "We were importing for the next 100 years. Right?" Watch the former chief of general staff says Paxton is angry when he confronts him about the relationship with him. Point out last week, Paxton's former best assistant Jeff Matier moved to Austtın in 2020 and moved to work for Paxton's real estate developer and his friend Nate Paul. Matier said that the alleged relationship the missing piece that explains why Paxton was repeatedly investigated by Paul, who repeatedly investigated by FBI and selected in multiple cases. Because he answered one of the questions I fought General, why would Paxton endanger all this wonderful job we do in the Chief Public Prosecutor's Office? Why does he engage in these activities on behalf of a person? Mate Matier answered, "It seemed to me then I wondered if it was blackmail because it was very different than I have lived with him for 4 years." After Matier and other best deputies went to the FBI with their concerns, some resigned and others were fired. Until then,